but I feel more comfortable.
Welcome to the man. Today is a good day because NF's new album is finally out. We listened to Hope and I really liked it. I gave it a 9 and then I checked out Motto. It wasn't my favorite song. I gave it a 6, but it's actually kind of grown on me. I'd probably give it a 7 or an 8 now if I could. I'm just really looking forward to the rest of this album and seeing where he goes with it, seeing how ranged he is in his music. We all know that NF can sing. He has fantastic vocals. In my opinion, he's probably one of the best songwriters ever, if not the best songwriter. I wrote down a brief synopsis and I want to share it, so if you're bored out of your mind, I don't blame you for clicking off or fast forwarding, but I thought maybe NF fans would appreciate this. To me, he kind of started his story at Mansions. I know he had his self-named album before that, and he had Moments. But to me, he kind of starts this story at Mansions, where he talks about being trapped in his mind, and the mansion is a metaphor for his mind. He talks about being abused, losing his mother, struggling with anger, and the things that he went through, he's finally kind of starting to share, and I feel like that's when he first really opens up. And then he has therapy session, where he lets us know that music is actually a therapy for him. And to me, the fans are, in a way, his therapist. He's sharing everything with his fans. That's a heavy, deep album, and I think a lot of people that kind of maybe first discovered NF listening to that album really could relate with him. And then he goes to Perception. You see his desire to actually free himself, and he acknowledges that the cage he's in is actually probably self-inflicted. It's still a little bit of a dark album, and people relate on the depression side of things, and a lot of the childhood struggles that he had, a lot of people can relate with that. So that's where he really starts to build a fan base. I think Perception was one of his most, I don't know, maybe it's where he grew the most as an artist. And then he did The Search. And I feel like the tide kind of shifted with The Search, where he's discovering himself and his excellence. He actually acknowledges how good he is. I know he got kind of a little bit even more cocky in Clouds because he's realizing how good of an artist he actually is. But it's still an album of discovery. He's not there yet, and I think he's kind of finally starting to figure things out. There's still some more dark tones of the things he's going through. It's not all easy for him. And now we have Hope, which to me is the most exciting of them all. Because is there hope for somebody who's struggling with depression? Somebody who's experienced terrible things as a child and has gone through some dark, dark times? Well, I think there is. But that's a hard message to accept from somebody who maybe hasn't gone through the same things. But NF certainly has. If you followed along his journey, maybe he's arriving at a turning point. He's taking the reins. Maybe he's found some hope and he can offer a message that could really change your life as well. I'm excited to see what he has to say. Stay tuned and let's dig in to Hope. Happy by NF. What score you get from the man? I know we're in for a ride.
Dear God, please hear me out. I know it's been a couple years since I've reached out and said hello. I bet you're wondering why I keep obsessing on and stressing all the little things when I should be.
It's terrible thing to go through. If you've ever gone through or had to come home to something like this as a child or at any age, it's a horrible, horrible thing to go through. As a child, you feel like your parents care more about the drugs or the alcohol than they do about you. And you don't fully understand what they might be going through, but it's not your responsibility to take care of them. As a child, you need to be loved. And that's not love. These kids go through years and years of never experiencing love, and it has long-term damaging effects on their lives. It's horrible to have to go through this as a child.
Living life and soaking up the memory. I know I've been selfish, I have no excuse to give you it's true. Hanging by a thread's how I live. I don't know why, but I feel more comfortable living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't open up and ask you to pick me up and pull me out this hole I'm trapped.
Don't be too proud to talk to God. Don't be too proud. Or friends or people around you. Don't spend years waiting. Don't leave God waiting. Talk to God. He has his arms open. He wants to talk to you. He wants a relationship with you. He wants to pull you out of the hole that you're trapped in. Talk to him.
The truth is I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy. Yeah, been this way so long it feels like something's off when I'm not depressed. I got some issues that I won't address. I got some baggage I ain't open yet. I got some demons I should put to rest. I got some traumas that I can't forget. I got some phone calls I've been avoiding. Some family members I don't really connect with. Some things I said I wish I would've not let slip. Some hurtful words that never should've left my lips. Some bridges burned, I'm not ready to rebuild yet. Some insecurities I haven't dealt with yet. I'll be the first to admit that I'm a lonely soul, and the last to admit I need a hand to hold. Losing hope, headed down a dangerous road. Strange I know, but I feel most at home when I'm living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting.
You know, that's the picture right there. People don't even know. You have a birthday party right here. Kids are all gathered around happy. They have no idea what people go through behind closed doors. No idea. Gosh, if you have been through this stuff, please know there's hope. The amount of suicide, the amount of depression in this country is absolutely horrible. People don't know there's hope. It's horrible to go through these things as a kid. Horrible. But that doesn't have to be the end. Your parents, the way you're raised, is not to define who you are. This is heavy. This is heavy.
Go up in flames, acting like I don't care what anyone else thinks, when I know truthfully that that's the furthest thing from how I feel. But I'm too proud to open up and ask you to pick me up and pull me out this hole I'm trapped in. The truth is I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy. Don't know what's around the bend.
He doesn't know who he'd be if he was happy. It's like it becomes a part of who you are. Your sadness, depression, the bad things that are happening to you become kind of a fabric of your being and your personality. And that's why you feel like you're trapped in it. That's why you feel like you can't get out of that. You don't know what it would be like to be happy.
Don't know what my future is, but I can't keep on living in. Living in my agony, watching my self-esteem go up in flames, acting like I don't care what anyone else thinks, when I know truthfully that that's the furthest thing from how I feel. But I'm too proud to open up and ask you to pick me up and pull me out this hole I'm trapped in. The truth is I need help, but I just can't imagine who I'd be if I was happy. If I was happy. If I was happy.
That was Happy by NF. Every time I listen to his music, there's an emotion that's so extreme that I have a hard time focusing on all of the lyrics and understanding the whole song. I know there's stuff I missed, but that's a heavy, heavy, heavy message. NF even in his Hope album, is connecting with people. I know firsthand, kids, myself, people that go through stuff like this. It is not uncommon. If you don't know anybody, I'd be shocked if somebody said they didn't know anybody that's been going through this kind of thing. I've seen kids, I've worked with kids, I've seen so many kids that are going through horrible, horrible things. Parents in jail, drug-addicted parents, parents committing suicide, abusive parents, parents that yell and scream and don't show any love and are never there for them. This is a real thing. NF is doing something that nobody has ever done. He cannot be compared. You can try to compare him to guys like Eminem, but Eminem has never done anything on this level. His writing has never moved an entire group of people like NF is. He's not having the impact that NF is having. NF has a massive platform. He has a massive following of people that love and respect him and have followed him from the very beginning. Please open your eyes and ears. Listen to what NF has to say. He has a message of hope. The rating of this song seems so dismal now because to me it's less of a song and more of a movement. And how do you rate a movement? But I'm gonna rate it anyway. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. And if you've taken nothing else from this song, please take this. Talk to God. If it's been years, months, I don't know, if you've never talked to him before, what can it hurt? If you don't even believe he exists, what can it hurt to talk to him? He wants to talk to you. Reach out. He's already reaching out to you. You just gotta meet him halfway. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a comment below. Let's have discussions. Let's get really involved with this community. Talk about this song, other songs. I'm going to go through the entire album, and I'm so excited to do so. Please share your experiences. Let's help and uplift one another. The man out.